December 18th, and the announcement out of the Fed, as well as what this decision means for you and your money. I have all the details and the full breakdown for you here in the video. Let's get into it and discuss what's going on. First off, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel with the big subscribe button right down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Also, please make sure to hit the like button down below as well with the big thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. And let's get into it and discuss what's going on. All right, so we have some important announcements coming up here, and this is yet again a busy time of year, but we do have another big announcement coming out of the Fed in just a matter of days here on the 18th, which is their next FOMC meeting. Now, obviously, this will be the last of their meetings for the entire year, but we'll have to see what they're going to be doing with interest rates. This is where they come out and they announce, hey, we're going to cut interest rates, or hey, we're going to pause for a while, or hey, guess what? Surprise, we're going to raise interest rates back up yet again. So we'll have to see what they have to do here, but this is going to be another very pivotal and important meeting because since they lowered interest rates back in the middle part of September, this has only been the third meeting since then. So we'll have to continue to see what they do going forward. In other words, do they pause this time and just have a wait and see approach to see their policies over the last couple meetings here? Is this going to take effect? And do we want to just wait this one out and pause for a while and just check out what happens with the overall economy? Do they cut aggressively, which some people are suggesting that they do, is come in and, hey, quick, cut 100 basis points, cut 75 basis points, something massive like this? We'll have to see. We don't know that quite yet, but at the end of the day, they will be making some kind of decision. It's either going to be cut again or pause. I highly doubt that they're going to be raising interest rates, but that is an option as well. And some people have suggested by cutting interest rates prematurely back in September, that it may actually bring inflation back up. That would not be a good thing. That would be completely counterproductive from what they've been trying to do here over the last several years by keeping interest rates very high to bring inflation down. So that would not be a good situation. Even though we've seen a few inflation reports so far since then, again, we don't have enough data to quite see what's going on with inflation, especially this time of year. Obviously, November, right now, December, between now and the end of the year, a lot of spending. A lot of people are spending money. Generally, what happens when people spend money? It's inflationary, right? But it's just a short-term thing. So, again, we don't have enough data quite yet. But here's the encouraging information. Let's just say that the Federal Reserve comes in and cuts another, 25 basis points, maybe 50 basis points. If they cut more than that, we've got a problem on our hands. But let's just say that they cut 25 basis points. It's not much. It's very minimal. 25 basis points, by the way, is 1/4 of 1%. 0.25% is what that is. So it's not a ton. It's actually very minimal. It won't see much effect. But here's what will be good. Is it'll bring interest rates down on a variety of different things. So a lot of different adjustable rates out there on things like adjustable rate mortgages, on lines of credit, home equity loans, anything that has an adjustable rate on it. Doesn't really matter what it is, credit cards. They will continue to be brought down a little bit more. It's not a ton, but at the end of the day, high interest rates means more money coming out of your pocket if you're floating a balance or borrowing money or have any type of loan that has an adjustable interest rate. You're paying more and more in interest because that rate is very high, and like it has been for the last several years. But every time that the Federal Reserve cuts, they're cutting the federal funds rate. So what that really means is that they're cutting the interest rate of what it costs for basically banks to borrow money. That's kind of what that comes down to, right? But what that also means is it translates into the consumer as well. So therefore, the consumer eventually will pay a little bit less interest as well. And again, any relief that we can get right now, it may not be a ton. I totally get it. If it's 25 basis points, that's not going to translate into a much as far as savings for you and me on any debts that we're carrying. But at the end of the day, it'll help a little bit, and that's what we're looking for, is just give us some help. Throw us a bone. Do something for us, because everybody's struggling right now. So it's the start. Remember, back in September when they cut the 50 basis points for the first time in 4 years, it's the start. That's what matters, is they're starting the cutting process, right? For a long time, for like a year's time, they did nothing. They just paused. Hey, let's just wait and see. We're going to pause. Okay, fine, but interest rates are still very high, and it's costing people a lot more money to hold those balances, whatever they're holding, or the loans that they may have. So just the simple fact that they started cutting is a good thing, right? I mean, it's very helpful. It helps spur the economy. It helps to stimulate the economy because that money is no longer being paid into interest, but rather that can potentially be used to spend on goods and services. Slash, if money is cheaper, as in if interest rates are lower, more people want to borrow money, spend more money. That's stimulative to the economy. That's just why they do it. But it gives us a better glimpse into the economy. Now, one other quick side note. I said this before in other videos, but I want to say it again really quickly as well. If the Federal Reserve comes in randomly and cuts interest rates aggressively, 75 basis points, 100 basis points, something nuts like this, that's going to give us a very bad signal for the overall economy, and it's going to give a lot of people, not very good feelings on the overall economy. It's going to spook the market. Let's just say that. Reason being is, it's the Federal Reserve translating to us, hey guys, we did a really bad job on the economy here over the last couple of years, and the economy is contracting way faster than we were anticipating. We're losing more jobs than we thought, and we need to cut interest rates aggressively to get ahead of it before it really, really crashes and burns. That's what that's signaling. So, even though the Federal Reserve cutting aggressively, 75 or 100 basis points would be good overall for the economy and for you and me and consumers and businesses and everybody out there, that'd be really good. But at the same time, it would not be good because of the signaling they'd be given to us out of the Fed. Does that make sense? Right? I know it's kind of confusing, but hope that explains it. So either way, a few days from now, we'll be getting that announcement Wednesday. Again, 2 p.m. East Coast time is when that comes out. And then 30 minutes later, give or take a little bit, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, will be out in the press release, or press conference, I should say, answering questions, talking about what they discussed, and we'll get a better glimpse there. So maybe some relief coming? We don't know. But either way, I'll keep you posted on this, but that announcement coming out here. So hope you're doing well. Again, happy holidays. Thanks for joining me. Really, really appreciate it. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Totally free to do so. Like the video. Big thumbs up button down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that as well. Otherwise, subscribe. Again, like I said, check out the other videos here on the channel. Over 5,000 videos in the video library. The ones I've hand-selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. Check those out. Very popular videos there. Otherwise, right now showing up on your screen as well. You'll see some of the videos there. Check those out. Again, thank you so much for your support. Really, really appreciate it. Have a nice day. Stay tuned. I will keep you posted. We've got a lot going on between now and the end of the year. Just enjoy. Just try to enjoy it for now, if that can be done, right? Anyway, have a nice day, and I'll catch you again later in